Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Anybody that might tune in. My name is Chris Wood. I live near Deserano, Ontario, Tyndonega, and I am a 5-year revenge retaliation victim. Full physical brain injury, skull split, skull deformed, lung and kidney damage, stalk, kidnap, sex assault, false arrest, medical blacklist, and treatment refusals, lies, time bound cover-ups, arrest refusals, extortion, slave trafficking, attempted murder victim of Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, ex-chief or commander, year 2019, drove a white Jeep Wrangler. He's guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. Staff sergeant, years 2019, guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. They are human traffickers and human sex trade slavery traffickers. Shannon Cork is guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. Dave Weiss, guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. Constable Ward, guilty of stalking and attempted murder with intent to commit. 4 Spencer Mills, 14716. Robert Lucas, guilty of attempted murder. Dave Weiss, guilty of attempted murder. Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS, guilty of attempted murder. Shelley Huffner had me kidnapped May 27, 2021, guilty of attempted murder. Doctors who are criminally involved and guilty of file falsifications, discriminations with criminal negligence and intent to commit and cover up. Very serious injuring, torturing, identity thefts, skull deforming, lung and kidney damage as well, causing it and being criminally involved, as well as having victims falsely charged to prevent anything legal on them for their crimes, for their hospital, and for the doctors. Dr. Tatiana V., a.k.a. Margie V., name and file falsifier, medical blacklister, guilty of giving my CAT scans away to her girlfriend Stacy, November 2019, who then gave them to 1 Spencer Mills, OPP 14716. Doctor and name and file falsifier she is as well, and had me medically blacklisted to assure this. Stacy's girlfriend from AMHS Kingston. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Waldron, Dr. McGregor, ex-CEO Covey Duck, and patient relations Aaron Brown are all guilty of attempted murder, tortures, injuring, criminal medical negligence, discriminations with intent to commit and cover up. Once again, they are all guilty of attempted murder. Human traffickers, human sex trade slavery traffickers, their accomplices, co-offenders, they're drug traffickers. Bill Wooldridge, a.k.a. Robert Cross, a.k.a. Stephen Mavis, a.k.a. Bill Wooldridge, a.k.a. Bill Cooldridge, a.k.a. Bill Delarosable, a.k.a. James Bubbles, the one that's on the thumbnail. He is alleged Hells Angels Ontario chapter captain, approximately 60 to 70 years old, bald glasses, lives behind a law office on Center and Bridge Street. He is a human trafficker, a sex slavery trafficker. He used to stalk children for the XOPP chief at Tim Hortons. He is a pedophile, and he is guilty of stalking my mother in 2020, and he is guilty of also killing one of my dogs. Blair Frederick Gerbler Hardy. He is guilty of stalking, identity theft with the intent to commit identity fraud, insurance fraud. He's a rapist. He is a drug trafficker. He is the leader of the Hardy Boys gang. He is guilty of rapes, financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, welfare, disability, pension, old age frauds. He is guilty of government frauds. He's guilty of forgeries. He's guilty of drug trafficking. He allegedly has a meth lab in Tweed, Ontario. He is a co-offender and boss with the one known as Bill Wooldridge, the one on the thumbnail, the Hells Angels Ontario chapter captain. Blair Frederick Hardy is also guilty of stalking and murdering my mother with the piece of shit, December 20th, 2020, for Spencer Mills 14716 and Stacy, the mental health worker, now Kingston AMHS. And this is his picture. This is another one. I know, kind of hard to see. He used to drive a Mercedes. He's a serial killing piece of shit. He's an obsessed homosexual. And he is very seriously dangerous. He is staying at 149 Center Street North right now as I am doing this with the one known as Bill Wooldridge, the guy that's on the thumbnail, the serial killer. This is another picture of Blair Hardy. He is very seriously dangerous. He is an obsessed homosexual as well. He needs to be arrested, but he is a co-offender and boss to OPP who cannot and will not touch him without $22,000. He is guilty of multiple homicides for OPP. There is a Robert Berry, who is a sex slave trafficker. He is a truck driver and a possible serial killer. Him and his boyfriend, Robert, they are meth traffickers as well. He is bald, glasses, has a crowbar mustache, and lives on Bridge Street in Napanee. Him and his boyfriend, Robert, who is an AIDS victim and spreading the disease around. There is a Bert the Hitman Hustler, who is allegedly an NHL hockey player for the Philadelphia Flyers and Hartford Whalers. He is a sex slave trafficker. He is guilty of tortures, and he is guilty of attempted murder. He is a drug trafficker, meth trafficker for Robert Kane. They all are. There is a Raymond LeBlanc, who is guilty of killing my dog in 2023. He is a child groomer, and he is a criminal stalker. He's guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. There is Dale Hartwick, who is guilty of attempted murder, guilty of identity theft with the intent to commit. For OPP for drop charges, he is guilty of torture crimes, my identity theft, and attempted murder on me. His boyfriend, Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns, is a pedophile. He is a sex slave trafficker, a speedhead. He is guilty of attempted murder on me. He is guilty of sex assault and attempted paralyzing me. There is Tyler Teabag Lake, who is very well known rat informant to one Robert Kane, OPP 7224. He is guilty of killing my dog Runt in 2023 with Raymond LeBlanc, the child groomer. He is a rat informant for Robert Kane. He is a meth trafficker, and he is guilty of being involved with my identity theft. He is guilty of attempted murder. The guy is approximately 25 to 30 years old. There is Jason Gimpy Two-Step Vinalstein. He is a very well-known crackhead. He is a fentanyl dealer. He sells laced fentanyl in Napanee and Kingston, between there and the hub when it is open, to cause homicide overdose homicides to be above suspicion. He is guilty of stalking. He is an obsessed homosexual crackhead, approximately 45 years old. He is guilty of my identity theft with the intent to commit identity, disability, and insurance frauds. He is guilty of attempted murder on me. He is very well known to OPP and Robert Kane and an obsessed inbred homosexual. These are OPP human traffickers, human sex trade slavery traffickers. Each and every one of them are sex offenders. Each and every one of them are drug traffickers with and for Robert Kane. They are the P. Diddy's of Napanee with the P. Diddy cops of Napanee. Once again, ex-OPP chief or commander. Year 2019 drove a white Jeep Wrangler. I believe that piece of shit before he left Napanee actually had child sex slave dungeons. There is Staff Sergeant, years 2019, 2021, kidnapping and sodomy, sex assault. Shannon Cork, once again. Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward. Robert Lucas, once again. Stacy, the mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS, and Shelley Hafner had me kidnapped May 27, 2021, 24 hours after me asking for help with what has taken place with my identity theft, my injuring, my torturing, and all the lies to cover it up while buying time and preventing me help. Legal rights, medical rights, human rights taken. OPP, Lennox and Addington Napanee with their accomplices are guilty of murdering the entire Wood bloodline by doing this to me. This is how they frame, this is how they traffic, this is how they kill poor, elderly, disabled, and homelessness, which they are causing homeless exploitation for monetary gain as well, while trafficking, possible money laundering through the Morning Star mission, where they are associated to collecting money through coldest night of the year to make a lot of money off the homelessness. 5 years revenge retaliation, full physicals, brain injuring. My skull's been split, my brain's been split. I am losing serious memory. The lies, the time buying, the cover ups having me medically blacklisted as well. Each and every one of these pieces of shit are very seriously dangerous, and they are guilty of murders, attempted murders on me, my mother, my dogs. Jason Gimpy, two-step Van Alstyne, is also guilty of a possible murder in 2021, also of a guy named Clark, last name Clark. Blair Frederick Hardy is guilty of raping a woman at 45 Dundas Street, East in Napanee, apartment 3 in 2021. And this person is now a dead overdose victim from him. So no matter what you do in Napanee, no matter what you show, no matter what you prove, public beware, because the OPP are very fucking seriously dangerous, along with their co-offending, brain-damaging pieces of shit. I am not going to take a fall for Dale Hartwick, Tony Hearns, Blair Hardy, Bill Woldridge, Tyler Lake, Jason Van Alstyne, Robert Berry, or any of the rest of the homosexual co-offenders and murderers with and for the cops in Napanee. The justice of the peace is also involved with obstructions, accusations, threats, and intimidation. The cops, the doctors, the JP, their Hardy Boys gang, the Hells Angels Association, to their captain, Robert Cross, who has the many aliases and also goes by Stephen Mavis, who is a walk-away inmate escapee, allegedly wanted through OPP, but being harbored at 149 Center Street North while committing homicides and identity theft for himself and murders for the cops for revenge. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Please share it because it's very serious and important. I've been going through this for 5 years with proof. None of these pieces of shit can be arrested because they are accomplices and bosses to the cops. Never speak police crimes. Your entire family will be killed. And that is a given fact, and they will get away with it, and it will be covered up.